So in high school, it's really nice because you have probably kind of small class sizes of maybe 30 or less. And your teacher sees you every day. They're able to be like, hey, how's it going? I hope you're doing well. They're checking up on you and they know your name. A lot of college classes maybe are not so much like that, depending on what school you go to. At least here at Berkeley, we have a couple lecture-style format classes where maybe there's 200 students in them. And your professor gets up, talks about an idea, you write stuff down, and you may go through an entire 15-week course. Your professor doesn't even know your name. He's just like, oh, that's the kid who sits in the third row all the time. So that's the importance of going to office hours, sending emails, and really taking responsibility for your education. And there's also the idea that it may seem a little impersonal at times, but that's kind of why they have office hours. It's why they, at least at Berkeley, we have discussion sessions, so that can make the classroom seem a lot smaller. It's about the size of a high school classroom, maybe 30 students, and it works to be, you have someone that you can talk to and ask questions, but you can also go to the professor. So instead of high school where you had one teacher to go to, at Berkeley you have maybe 3 or 4 or 5 people you can go to for help. So college classes are a lot different compared to high school classes because of just the way they're run and the content and what they expect out of you. So maybe in high school you got away with filling out worksheets the last second, 10 minutes before class, or maybe you struggled a little bit. But in college it's a lot different because you're graded on a couple tests. So they call these tests midterms. So maybe in high school you have chapter tests or things like that. But in college you have maybe 2 midterms. That's kind of high. Sometimes it's just 1 midterm and a final, and that determines your whole grade. So it's a lot, in college, it's a lot more responsibility on yourself. The teacher's not going to be checking up on you. Did you do your homework? You need to turn this in. It's kind of on you to make sure all your papers are on time, that you're doing the problem sets they assign, and you're doing the reading. Another thing in college is there's a lot more reading, and the teachers are going to expect you to kind of do things on your own and not necessarily have you spoon feed it. They're not going to write your notes on the board anymore. It's going to be things where you need to be able to take knowledge and not just regurgitate it, but apply it and really think critically about it.